One issue front and center for investors, and it happened today. Oversight of cryptocurrencies. News today that Binance now planning to buy the non-U.S. business of rival FTX. And boy, is it rocking the crypto world. Joining us is former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton. He's now non-executive chair of Apollo, American Express board member, and a CNBC contributor. Good evening to you. Let's talk about crypto, because that is an issue to some degree on the ballot. Lots of folks trying to understand what just happened today. And I'll ask it to you like so many on Twitter have asked the question. Explain it to me like a 5-year-old, if you could. Sure, Andrew.
And nice to see you tonight. What do we know? We know that there was a bank-like run. And explaining that is you had customers of FTX who started to withdraw their funds and ask for cash, ask for liquidity back. Other customers saw that and said, well, if one customer is asking for it, shouldn't I get in line? Because I don't want to be last in line and fear that the last in line doesn't get anything. Classic bank run. People try to get their money out. They see others getting their money out, and there's a race for the exit. We also saw that as a result of this, there was selling pressure into the marketplace from FTX and others looking for liquidity. This is sort of a classic example of that. And the two things together seem to cause a fair amount of stress. And now you have another party, Binance, come in and say, to the extent there are liquidity issues, we think we can cover them. We think we can cover them by acquiring the non-U.S. business of FTX. So those of you who are worried, those of you who are running for the exits, you don't need to do so. We're going to shore up this balance sheet and provide enough liquidity to make sure you get your funds. That's where we sit today. And Andrew, this is something you know well. People compare this to when J.P. Morgan came in and said, Bear Stearns customers, Bear Stearns creditors, we're taking over, your money good. But there are some differences here that I think we should go into.
And Jay, we should make the point that you actually worked on that transaction, that Bear Stearns weekend. I want to read you something. This is Boaz Weinstein, who, if you remember, famously shorted the London whale. That involved J.P. Morgan later on after the crisis of sorts. He writes, every day I read about crypto, I understand it less and less. FTX was in talks 2 months ago to raise $1 billion of equity at a $32 billion valuation. Binance threatens to dump 500 million of FTX tokens, and the whole thing just collapses. This is one of the most sophisticated investors in the world, and he doesn't understand it. What's wrong with the regulatory landscape, and what do you think needs to happen, and what could happen as a result of this election?
Well, Andrew, let's face it. What is wrong with the regulatory landscape? It's in many places the regulatory landscape is non-existent, particularly outside the United States. And we have 400, 200, 150 years, pick your number, of understanding that financial institutions, entities that engage in liquidity transformation, that is, I give you my money and I can get it back very quickly. That's our deal. You take that money and you put it into investments that are longer term. Entities that engage in that kind of liquidity transformation need to be regulated. They need capital requirements. They need liquidity requirements. And I think what we've seen here is a lack of those things in the institutions that are central to this developing digital asset space.
Jay, does that happen if Republicans take the House and the Senate? Does that happen if the Democrats win? I mean, when you look at the potential outcomes, how does the regulatory landscape in your mind change?
Well, look, the debate around crypto has been, I would say, like unfortunately many debates in our country right now, very polarized. There are the crypto advocates who say that unless you let crypto run, you're going to miss out on this incredibly powerful technology. And on the other hand, there are people who think that, crypto, no matter how transparent a digital asset like Bitcoin, is inherently unstable and inherently something that we should protect the public from. The reality is, as usual, somewhere in the middle. And you have to go back to your touchstones. Like I said, if you're going to be engaged in providing exchange services, your custody services, brokerage services, liquidity transformation, bank-like services, we have hundreds of years of knowledge of how to do that in a way that protects consumers, protects customers and investors, and facilitates capital formation.
But Jay, I mean, this is a huge, huge market that potentially puts other areas of the market at risk. You are now talking about potential financial instability. You are talking about investors who could lose potentially billions of dollars, and have, if you've been writing this down for the last year. I mean, this is a huge issue, and meantime, there's still a catfight between the SEC and the CFTC over who should regulate this. How does this happen?
Well, Becky, your first point, before we get to any internecine, conflict, let me just say your first point is the most important one. What do we take away from this? What I take away is crypto is either going to be way outside the financial system, held at bay so that it cannot in any way create systemic risk, or you're going to bring it into the traditional financial system with those kinds of safeguards that we discussed. Now, what I believe is that the regulators that would have, I would say, authority over this, and it's not just the CFTC and the SEC, it's the Fed, it's the Treasury, it's the FDIC, it's all of the financial regulators, need to get together and decide, where are we going with this? Are we going to keep it at bay, keep it outside the system? I actually don't think that makes sense for the promise of this technology, or are we going to bring it in a regulated way? Now, there are a lot of what I would say is DeFi proponents, offshore developers who don't like that. They don't think that the regulation is necessary. I disagree with them.
Jay Clayton, I want to thank you for your perspective this evening.